Hello, 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 hello. This is Gerald Salenti, and it's Tuesday, 2/2/22. More like 66666, the way things are going on. Not only me. Yep, the COVID war. Check out your Trends Journal cover. From COVID war to Ukraine war to world war. Talk of peace is forbidden. But of course not if you go to OccupyPeace.com. No peace on earth, it's not allowed. All it is war talk. And of course the Trends Journal subscribers, the Ukraine war, saw it coming. Check out your Trends Journal from a couple of weeks ago. What's the headline? Dow plummets. When all else fails, they take you to war. And there's Ukraine. Now, of course, I have to be very careful of what I say because you got little boys and girls out there that call you treasonous if you say anything that discredits the lies coming out of America. Oh, you know, like they did with the Iraq War. What do you mean that Saddam Hussein doesn't have weapons of mass destruction? Why, how dare you? And again, you look at the facts and who they put on the media. They only put on the prostitutes, put on the people that sold the war. So here's the deal. Your new Trends Journal has a special Ukraine report. All the facts are in there. And the motto of the Trends Journal, unlike the little slime balls out there with the Cartoon News Network, and ABC and ABC and NPR and fuck you and by NCR, whatever. It's think for yourself. We tell it like it is. It's the truth in trends. It's history before it happens. You decide for yourself. You think for yourself. So I'm just going to briefly overview this. Again, we've been writing about this Ukraine since it started building up. And it came out of bullshit Biden's mouth. Yeah, after he did a great job in Afghanistan. Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, no, the Taliban won't take over Kabul. That's what he said. Oh, no, they won't take over the country. That's what he said. Left billions of dollars of American equipment over there. Oh, yeah, great war, another losing war along with the Iraq war they lied us into. And then he starts this one. Again, look at the facts. They're all there. From the National Archives we put in the Trends Journal. And here's part of the deal. When the Soviet Union broke up, the deal between Gorbachev and Reagan and Gorbachev and Bush Sr. was that NATO would not expand 1 inch further. And now they're about 20 inches further, about 15 dozens of new NATO nations. And now they want to bring Ukraine into NATO. And then we write about the facts of U.S. fighter bombers, 12.4 miles off the Russian coast a couple of weeks ago. Massive NATO naval maneuvers in the Black Sea around Russia. They don't talk about the 100,000 troops estimated that Ukraine has put on the eastern border near Donbass. They only show photos of, a kindergarten got blown up in that region on the western side, the Ukraine side. They don't show what happened on the other side. Again, the facts, they're in the Trends Journal. Where is this going to lead us? This could be the beginning of World War III, World War. And it'll be the war when they asked Einstein what weapons will be used in it. He said, I don't know, but they'll be using sticks and stones to fight the fourth. This was President's Day on Monday, yesterday, in the United States. There was a president by the name of George Washington. Yeah, Washington crossing the Delaware, a real general that fought and becomes a president. Not like these little clown boys that couldn't fight their way out of a paper bag. In his farewell address, Washington warned that the nation, quote, which indulges toward another an habitual hatred or an habitual fondness is in some degree a slave. He argues that the security provided by the Union, the United States, will also allow the United States to avoid the creation of an overgrown military which he sees as a great threat to liberty, especially the Republican liberty which the United States has created. Gone. And Eisenhower warned us of it too, that the military-industrial complex was robbing the nation of the genius of the scientists, the sweat of the laborers, and the future of the children. Oh, and by the way, oh yeah, Russia's doing what they're doing. How about going back and reading the facts about all the missiles and all the equipment and all the military stuff sent in by the UK, by the Netherlands, by one country after another, flooding into Ukraine before this happened. But we won't talk about that because we could get blackballed. Oh, I shouldn't say blackballed. Oh, that would be racist. We should be transgender balled, because that's what it's become. It's a freak show. And you got freaks running it. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. They're not human beings. They're slime ball lowlife pieces of warmongering crap. Who's your favorite? Clinton? No, I like Bush. Give me Obama. No, Trump's for me. Yeah. I like Biden. Anyway, going back to a man called George Washington, he goes on to say that American people, to take advantage of their isolated position in the world and to avoid attachments and entanglements in foreign affairs, especially those in Europe. I could go on, but that's enough for that for now, because there's a lot more in the Trends Journal. And when you look at the economic front, the markets aren't going down because of Ukraine. That is total prostitute Washington. Bullshit. That's right. It was going down long before that. It had a terrible January, and then this thing started escalating. Nothing to do with it, but there are a lot of implications from this now. As inflation going to be one of them. Hey, all you folks in Europe, you're going to pay a lot for that natural gas now. And Americans, you too. Natural gas, oil, it's all going up. Again, your market overview. Jobless, one after another. 61% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. Hey, yeah, but the billionaires got richer. $1 million homes are now becoming the average in some cities. $1 million homes. Climate change, forget about it. You see what's going on here with coal. Again, we don't take positions on this, put in the facts. Trends on the global economic front. Yep. Oh, Argentina, another interest rate spike. Turkey, what they're doing over there. And spotlights on inflation, spotlights on the bigs getting bigger, and featured articles by Gary Null and Richard Gale. Ivermectin should be recommended for treating all coronavirus infections. Featured guest writer article by Gregory Mannarino. The power of a balanced hedge portfolio. Where do you want to put your money? We don't give financial advice. Others do. He does. Trends in Technocracy by Joe Duran. Oh, Canada. Government unleashes new reign of terror. Boy, have they ever. And one of the women that are involved in it, they won't even give her bail. If This is terrible what's going on. But it shows you the power of the governments that have taken over. These aren't governments. They're one or two little clowns running the show and people bowing down and sucking up to them. How could anybody look up to a little Pierre Trudeau, a little daddy's boy of nothing, a little nothing of an arrogant guy, man? Hey, my daddy got me here. Like little Andy Cuomo, Georgie W. Bush, one little piece of shithead after another, running a country near you. Oh, you got that Macron Garçon over there, the Rothschild boy? Yeah, was a member of that club. Yeah, and mommy got him there too. That's the woman he married. Could be his mama. Anyway, trends and cryptos. What else we have here? Trends in the COVID war. One after another. Trends in geopolitics. What's going on? Israel's ramping up things now against Syria. If this thing explodes in the Middle East and oil prices, which are now, today, Brent crude was that far away from $100 a barrel, backed off a little bit. Gold prices going, they're at 8 months highs. Crypto's going down. Is it down and out? It's in your trends journal. We've nailed these perfectly. Again, what's going on in Southeast Asia sees China as number one. I guess they read the Trends Journal. The 20th century was the American century. Unfortunately, the 21st century is going to be the Chinese century because the business of China is business. The business of America is war. And again, don't pay any attention to George Washington. Suck up to these little clown boys. Could you imagine little Lindsey Graham shooting off that little shithead mouth of his, telling her we should get tough with Russia? That guy, little nothing. Come on and fight. Anybody that wants to go to war, you lead the charge. You lead the charge. You send yourself, you send your wife, you send your kids, boys and girls. It's all equal. Dress them up in military drab. Give them guns and go fight. Or shut your mouth. Peace. We need peace because they're going to lead us to war. And just as the people marched off to the COVID war, they'll march off to the war again. Just like they believed George W. Bush's war, 88% of the people swallowed that little scumbag shit about the Afghan war. 88%. And you just saw how control they took over us with the COVID war. This is serious. This is very serious. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Join the fight for peace. Join the fight for knowledge, truth, and information that you can't get anywhere else. This magazine, this one's a blowout. This is a blowout. And again, you could read what you want to read. Great articles in here, again, one after another. Trends Eye Views. Washington only believes U.S. warmongering. Yep. If you say anything else, you get blackballed. Global freedoms fall to record lows. These are facts. These are facts. This is not made up information. And then high-tech science by Ben Davis. One great article after another that gives you history before it happens. So, and again, very important, Trends in Survivalism by Bradley Steiner, and a featured article, Fear and Loathing in Washington, by a former CIA man who knows what it is on the inside, Phil Giraldi. A real man. Not like that little pencil neck that he calls that Ned Price over there, whatever his name is. Little CIA boy, that's the phony mouthpiece for the State Department. Whatever his last name is, Ned Crap. Anyway, your Trends Journal, and again, support Occupy Peace, and for your freedom, peace, and justice, freedom, peace, and justice for your religious vaccine exemption. When you join the church of the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace, and Justice, and that's what we're in the fight for. I, Gerald Celente, am a warrior for the Prince of Peace. And the Prince of Peace was a fighter. A fighter for freedom, peace, and justice. And tomorrow, don't forget to tune in, 6 p.m., Celente and the Judge, Judge Andrew Napolitano. You don't want to miss it. This man, there's no judicial authority out there like him. So tune in. Freedom, Peace, and Justice, the Trends Journal, Occupy Peace. It's up to you. Good night. The COVID-19 war has changed the world, but who's prepared? What's next? It's in your Trends Journal. Trends Journal subscribers are prepared. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happens. From the world leader in trend forecasting.